Sessions, Kimiesha, take one.
So this particular time, I usually record from home, but this particular time I decided to go to a studio in Springfield, Virginia called Bias Studios. Oh my goodness. Usually I'm a little nervous going to studios because it's very overwhelming. You know, you have all this expensive equipment and you're just kind of like, I paid for time, so I got to get this done within a certain amount of time. But it really feels like home in there. You can get stuff done. You're not, rushing. You don't feel like you're not supposed to be there. It just feels great. Went in there the first time to get the instruments cut, and that was an amazing experience. My engineer for every session that I've had at Bias is Brian Rivera. Just amazing, excellent engineer, awesome energy. We just have a great time when we go in there. I chose Bias because when I looked at the aesthetic of the way that everything was set up, it felt like, oh wow, this is gonna look good on camera. But when I went in there, I was like, oh man, this feels good too. It's not just, aesthetically pleasing kind of situation. It feels really homey in here. I love singing. I love being around musicians, and it just feels like this is what I'm supposed to do every day. We are working on 2 Christmas singles, Oh Holy Night and the first Noel, the remix. So the producer for both songs is Will Taylor. Shout out to Will. Amazing producer, amazing. He literally captured my vision on the first try with both songs, and I'm just super happy with the way everything came out.
So I'm 26 now. I got into producing, I want to say when I was about 15, 16. I was in high school, just, doing like little praise break videos, just trying to produce like acapellas on YouTube, but not really realizing that really was a form of, producing, like just putting different elements together around like vocals or just, coming up with arrangements and stuff. And I actually met Kimmy. She was like one of the first people I met like on the scene when I was about maybe 18, 19. And we did like our first song together, which is You Are. I was just home one day and I just created the melody and I sent it to her and she put words to it, and it just like that, it was a whole song. That kind of put her on the map a little bit, like, oh yeah, Kimiesha has a single called You Are, and it was like, okay, produced by Will Taylor, and it was like right then and there, like that journey started, where for her and myself, like, all right, these are 2 new, people coming up on the scene, like, look out for these guys. So then we did another song called I Win together. One of my friends named Tyra, she wrote the song and she gave it to Kimiesha. And of course I put the music and stuff together. I had some friends from the Howard Gospel Choir come in and sing vocals and everything on it. Got some, friends to play instrument, and put it together, threw it out there. It was like, hey, got another one. So it was like, hey, we actually got something for real. Like, look out for Kimiesha, look out for Will.
We've worked together in the past, and I've wanted to work with him, with other stuff, but his string arrangements are amazing. His Christmas arrangements, TV arrangements are amazing. So I hit him up. I was like, hey, can we get this done? We worked out all the stuff that we need to work out on the business side, and he sent me something in three days. It was amazing. It was like we didn't even have to go in the studio and do all of that, but of course we did.
So she sent me these 2 songs, and like the way my brain works, as soon as I hear the music, it's like my mind just automatically is going with ideas and different things. So as soon as she sent me Oh Holy Night, I just sat down, and like how I first start is I start with the piano, and I just try to create some type of small melody or like intro first. And I just focus on the intro, alone, and then I just build from there. So I'm also a string arranger, so Christmas and strings, you know, those go hand in hand. So I said, let me just go ahead and pull like a big orchestra piece. Once I put the string arrangement to the intro that I did, I decided to just make also because Kimiesha said that she didn't want it to sound like real gospel-y, churchy. So I said, okay, let me just really stick to the authentic Christmas sound. So that's what I kind of did. Just real big strings, choir, orchestra, flutes, all that stuff right in the beginning. Came down and just stuck with the original song of O Holy Night, just with a little arrangement and everything. And then I put my own reference bass, drums, all that stuff on it. Sent it right to Kimiesha, and she loved it. There was no edits, like everything that I, had did. She was like, yeah, this is it. Like, let's go with it. So, and the same with the other song. She said it was already kind of produced, but she just kind of went like a little flip on it. That took me like a quick second because I had to sit down. I was like, what do I really want to do to it? I don't want to like go too left with it, but I definitely wanted to still, feel good. So I decided to leave a few elements of that song, and then I just kind of just added like a beat, like my own beats. Instead of like doing live drums and live bass, I just did everything myself. Sent it to her. She was like, "This is a winner. We in." So, as a producer, you really want to be known for like when you send your work, to your clients or whatever, like they're going to be like, "Oh no, this is good. Little to no edits need to be done." I won't say it's a bad thing if they come to you like, "Yeah, I want to flip this whole thing. Like what you did was nice, but like I don't really like it." Like no, like you want to be able to capture the artist's vision from the jump and then execute it, so that when they come back to you, like I said, it's little to no edits. Like, hey, I just need to do something here or there. But other than that, like this is the arrangement, this is the structure. We're good to go.
Make sure that you do things right the first time. A lot of what I am paying for right now is stuff that was not done correctly before because I tried to cut corners and I tried to do things cheaper. So I am telling you, as an artist, as a friend, as an advice giver, do not go with the cheaper option, if you can help it. Please just save your money and go to the professionals to get it done. It is extremely important to be seen and heard as an artist. As much as we are introverts, I really feel like most of us are introverts. And that's why we just kind of like want to sing and hide behind our music and stuff. But it's important to be heard, especially if you want to go far in this business. People need to put a song with a face and be able to resonate with you as a person, not just the music and not just you being perfect all the time either, not being put together when you're seen all the time, but really just getting into your life a little bit. And I know that's really difficult for some people. It's difficult for me, but my husband pushes me out of my shell all the time. Like, we got to get this content done. Content is king. I've done 4 sessions. The first session was with the musicians for the Oh Holy Night song. So we had DJ Gibbs, Gerard Barnes, and William Taylor. And they came in and they cut the foundation of the song. And wow. Just wow. I have no words. That last take was killing.
Mm-hmm. I love the energy.
Man, you cannot tell. You cannot tell. It sounded like it was supposed to be there. So.
Man, it's just.
Good morning. Yo,
It's not
it's
her
like a
freezing.
motion picture. It's like you can really feel it.
That's
Bro.
how much drink you got in here, man.
Jeez, man, you got a gift.
Oh, that's I can show you. Well, no, Studio B is booked right now, but I would have shown you Studio B. It's similar but smaller.
It's nice.
So if you just had like smaller overdub stuff, we'll just go to B.
Definitely from now on, every time we cut something, it's going to be.
No, yeah, definitely.
And then we also have like the bigger.
So who found this spot? You found it? It's nice.
It's definitely nice.
I kept seeing this joint on somebody's timeline.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm glad that's his daddy phone.
That is messed up.
Man, it was a beautiful experience, beautiful studio. Everybody was really nice, welcoming and everything. Amazing equipment. I mean, everything just turned out really clean, and that's a big thing for producers. Clean files. So everything was just amazing, bro. They had an amazing grand piano. They said they just tuned, I think, the day before or something like that. So it felt good. Piano, bass, drums, acoustics, everything was just great. So I'm definitely going to be going back there for sure. So the intro, it's a big intro. It comes in, just kind of smacks you like, oh, here we are. Comes back down and we go like right into, it's like a story. It's like we just go right into it. Think about it like a roller coaster where you just going up and up and up. So like the verse and the first chords and everything is just like going up the hill. And as soon as the band comes in, we taking off. From that point all the way to the end, we just flowing, all the way through. She didn't want it to have like the churchy sound. It still has gospel elements, we church kids at the end of the day, we can't help but, implement that. But it definitely has like that Christmas feel, which I love, and then it still has like the gospel elements infused in it. It just, it's just a feel good song from beginning to end.
The night of our dear Savior's birth.
I genuinely have people that love what they do and put so much care into how things sound, and maybe we should cut that again, or maybe we should do this part again, and they let me know along the way like what the process is, and like, oh, well, maybe we should try this again, or maybe we should try this a different way. And I'm open to it because they are professionals in their field.
At the end of the day, it's really all about like discipline and like how much you really want it. Because if you really want it, like you will do what it's going to take. And what it takes is like hard work, discipline, just like really studying your craft. Like I said, I'm a string arranger, so I legit be in here sometimes watching like Frozen, Alice in Wonderland. So I'm listening to the score the whole time, so I get inspiration. So when it's time for me to score something, I know I can pull from what I've been hearing. You know what I mean? So definitely studying your craft. Like it's very important that you really hear what the artist's vision is, because if the artist has this vision and you have another vision, and you as the producer have the right to create creative and all that stuff, and you come in and you're like, yeah, I was feeling this, I was hearing that, and they're like, no, like that's nice, like I said, I mean that sounds cool, but that's not what I want. And in the day, you are contracted by the artist. So I think the number one most important thing is always finding out what the artist wants. Then you can lay down the idea, and then from there, you can just add your specials and stuff once you have the structure and the body of it, you know what I mean?
So my vocal session for the first Noel was, I was a little nervous going in because, you know, I have red light anxiety. So as soon as record is hit, I'm just like, oh, what do I sing? What do I do? And it's really anxious. I get really anxious. But again, at Bias, I feel like I'm at home. So I felt like I could just, you know, can we run that again? Can we do this? Can we do that? And once I got into the swing of it, we felt great and we got it done. I had some friends with me, so they gave me some ideas on some different things to throw in there for the lead and for the backgrounds, and it was perfect.
Is that right here? Mm-hmm.
And I'm 4'11", so yeah. Just so you know.
Are you 4'11"?
I'm 4'11".
I thought you was crossing like 5.
Nope.
No.
Nope. They put that joint on my license to be generous. He was like, I'm gonna just put 5. I was like, okay, I'm not ashamed, but thank you.
Do you sing like looking straight, looking upward?
Usually straight on.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good. Awesome. And these are what, Newman?
Yeah, U47s. These are from the 50s. These are old.
How much are these running?
So about a year ago, you could find them used for like 10 grand. But I saw the other day that people were selling them for like 30.
Really?
Yeah.
It's probably vintage.
Yeah, super vintage. These are like the most sought after vintage mics people want.
Well, I will not break it. Shoot.
Okay, so number 1 will be the level of your vocal.
Okay.
And this is the individual volume control.
Gotcha.
Number 2 is going to be the control for the click track.
Okay.
So you can play with that if you want to lower it or raise it or get rid of it. And if you hit the very last one, that's going to be the music.
Gotcha.
So you can play with the balance. What we'll do for the first couple of minutes, I'm just going to play the track, and then you just sing. I'm just going to get levels.
Gotcha.
Mainly. And then you can also play with the balance.
Okay.
And then if you want the overall level to go up or down, you can just play with these 2 knobs. Cool, so let me just set that stuff up.
Alrighty.
Get some levels.
Cool. Thank you, Brian. So we are recording my lead to the first Noel. I'm excited. Yeah. Noel, 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 Noel. Noel. Did I break my own rule? Noel, Noel. I'm used to singing it like that. So let me see. Noel, Noel, Noel. Yeah, we'll do that. Noel, 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 Noel. Born is the King of. Let's say it one more time. So it continued both day and night. Noel, Noel, Noel. Let's do it one more time. Wasn't clean enough. The first Noel, the angel did say, was to certain poor shepherds in fields as they lay, tending their sheep on a cold winter's night that was so deep. I like parts of that.
Parts of it?
Yeah. Cause I like that that was clean. The first Noel gotta be strong. I was like, ooh man, Okay.
Let's see what
First Noel.
Nah. At least not the beginning.
let's do this. So let's take 2 from the beginning. I'll take 2.
Okay.
The first Noel.
Nope.
And this is the last take.
Okay.
The first Noel. The angel did say.
What's the one above it?
This one?
Yeah.
That was the first one I played that you did.
Okay. I'll do the last one then.
Okay.
So right now we are comping my vocal. I'm very picky, so this is a process. We have a lot of takes to go through. Not really a lot, but, you know, more than one. Like Whitney Houston just can sing in one, and the rest of us are just trying to get to that level. So, yeah, so anyway, we're just comping vocals and trying to figure out what sounds good, and God is going to be glorified. Amen.
Yeah, so we're good.
So the third session was the background vocal session. And this session was very special to me simply because I usually hire people to do backgrounds, and I did, but I was a part of the 3 doing the backgrounds, and it was a challenge. It was definitely a challenge because I don't necessarily call myself a background vocalist. I can sing background for you in church. But as far as like singing on a record, I don't necessarily, do that all the time. But my goodness, Jamila, she is the vocal producer for this record, and she put some parts in there that I couldn't even hear until she gave me my part. But it came out beautiful, and I'm so grateful for her expertise in that. Vocal production is also really important. I think a lot of people just like skip over that because, it's just like oohs and ahs or whatever, but it's not. It can make or break a record.
Y'all stand still now. So one is pretty much the straight one.
I'm gonna do the straight one.
I'm crying. So there's 2. One's
Yeah.
for the rest of the time.
See, I would have never thought of that.
It's
So,
random.
yeah.
So that's if y'all want to run that part.
Yeah. So we are recording the background vocals to Oh Holy Night. I'm excited. I have some of the best up in this joint. Right here, we got Jermaine Harris.
This is my sister.
The Jermaine Harris, okay? Listen, put some respect on his name, okay? But yeah, so, and we have Jamila. She's in there somewhere getting the session together. But she is the vocal producer for this particular record, and I'm excited to have her. She did a great job. She got some crazy movement going on in here that we're going to have to figure out for this. But, God is good, so I'm excited.
How's your family?
Great.
That's good.
Great. Honestly, like, we were supposed to be in Atlanta by now, but, God just kept us here for longer. I was devastated though. I was just like, I want to leave. I don't want to be here no more. But, God offered me just a job in a church out here, the one I was talking to you about.
Yes, okay.
And, it's been ups and downs and everything, but I know that this is where I was called to be at, so.
That's good. You gotta, I don't know if you've seen that movie, the King Richard, the plan, just trusting the process.
Yup.
It was just like, wow.
Because God is
we
good.
Just trust him.
I'm sorry.
We never know where it may
Right,
lead us.
right.
So it was just, that movie was so inspiring.
It really was.
He was like, he just kept telling them, I have a plan.
Yeah.
This is my plan. These are my girls.
Yeah.
And he wasn't settling.
For real.
And him not settling took them all the way to the top.
and planted them right there.
Okay.
Like,
Oh my God. And they had them. They were dead on with the characters. and all
yeah,
that.
like,
I love seeing movies like that where they have.
yeah. Will Smith
they
was
show
the
at the end.
perfect
Oh.
person for this. Like,
I hope they get an Oscar.
They
or
have to.
something, because it was
Somebody
just
get
beautiful.
something.
like,
Because I'm tired of using getting everything.
It was good.
So
And
sorry.
he had other kids too.
yeah, which we didn't know.
You would have never known about Pluto or Saturn, none of them.
On top of him having 5 girls.
Yeah,
I was like, yeah.
That's Joe Jackson, baby.
I'm telling you.
This phrase, excuse me,
Mm-hmm.
it requires a lot of air.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a good space to read. Excuse me for this.
What's the cutoff?
So,
That last part.
oh,
Okay.
it's giving why do we have to sing this long? I'm so sorry.
It's a dun 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 dun. Okay.
Y'all got me nervous.
Okay.
Y'all got me nervous. Y'all do this professionally and
No,
whatnot.
look. Every
So,
time you do it, you gotta
I'll
get back
punch the
into
special.
it.
Yes.
That special is. The, since you don't.
Mm-hmm.
So
What's do it again? Oh, so at the end?
yeah.
Okay. Cause I was doing that on the one.
Right.
Oh.
So I'm singing somebody else's part. I don't know.
Me.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
One more time.
Okay. 1, 2. Thinking. We don't know where the note is. Give us.
I was like, I don't hear it.
It's hard without all the thinking.
So.
Yeah, that's how it's going to be. Yes, except with breath. Because I was drinking tea and that didn't help.
Oh, babe, can you go get me some Earl Grey tea with some honey in it? Please.
Let's go. Yeah, these are difficult parts.
Yeah.
Even for me to conceptualize in my brain.
What did I put right there?
Why'd you do that? Why'd you do that?
Yo. Your brain is ridiculous. It's like freaking ridiculous. If y'all ever need anything, let me know. I'm telling you. Let me know.
Yes, sir. Yeah. High five. Oh, this is actually tea. It's not water. He has been.
You know daggone well you can't. Mommy has Starbucks cups all the time, and you know you don't drink nothing.
You say you weren't supposed to tell my honey. I'm so sorry. I broke the code.
I can't believe he kept his slippers on the entire time.
He didn't.
He didn't? No? Okay. I was almost proud of you, son. I was almost proud of you.
When he first lost his caboodles, when y'all left him in here by himself, he basically scooted onto this platform.
This boy will strip anywhere. Yeah, you. No, not right now. Mommy's working. That look a little better.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just getting up for the morning. We're about to record my lead for Oh Holy Night. This session is a little different. We're doing it from home because it's the day after Thanksgiving and we're on crunch time. The reason we are so late with getting all this done is because I had a producer that told me he could do it, do the music beforehand, before I started working with Will, and he delayed me. So here we are. But it's gonna be great. I'm still excited about everything. We can still get it done in a timely manner. I have a mixing session on, I think, next Friday, and this will be sent off to be mixed today. So I'm really excited. So these are all the files that I hope are in order because I'm not an engineer. But I can record from home. I kind of know what I'm doing when it comes to that. But other than that, we gonna see. So let me see. This is supposed to be coming through my interface, so I have to fix that eventually. But while we're listening back. Is it coming through here now? Hold on.
Are the monitors on?
No. They're not plugged in. So, but I hear you got this coming through. But for some reason, oh, that'll do it. Yeah, there we go.
Let the record show that we just turned up the headphone volume.
Yeah. My good headphones are at my church, so I have to work with these today, and I'm very pissed about it, but I think we'll be alright. I think we'll be okay, because I record with one ear off anyway, so I can hear myself. It's really junky. This is my studio, you guys, but we're in the process of moving, so it's like really junky in here. Plus, like, we've been ripping and running for the past couple months. So it's crap everywhere. Yeah. So y'all just pray for me. These vocals are clean. So this upcoming session that I have is a mixing session with Brian back at Bias, and I'm excited. We're gonna sit through and comp vocals and make sure things sound correct, and he's gonna level and do what he does because he's the engineer, and I'm gonna trust him in what he's doing. But I also have, you know, years of experience with recording music as well. So I'm gonna tell him exactly what I want. And I think that's important too. You know, don't be afraid to really speak up and tell these engineers what you need more of and what you want less of, or whatever it is as an artist. You have to know what you're going for. You have to know your vision. You can't expect somebody to know a vision that you didn't even tell them. Hey, hey.
Hello.
How you doing?
Pretty good, how are you?
Good. You know you now. We are in B?
Yep.
Okay. Make sure you keep that turned down, because he's gonna keep turning it up.
I thought you guys were gonna come.
Nah. Oh, I told Gloria I was coming.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was at 6, wasn't it?
No, it was 7.
Really?
Yeah.
She had me for 6 to 10.
Did?
Yeah.
What? Because the invoice says
She
7.
messed up on me.
She probably, wait, let me see.
That's fine. I mean, I've been mixing it.
Oh, okay.
So.
Noel, born is the King of Israel.
So far, so good. I have a few notes for you for the vocals.
Yeah.
So it's one part in there, the Noel, the end one that I did is coming in a little late.
Okay.
And yeah, that's.
And then I don't know. This is just me, but I don't know. I feel like there's something with the end. Born is the King.
Mhm. But I didn't know where, like, how far you went. You know.
I haven't really touched. I mean, for the vocals, I did like compression and EQ, but I haven't done any of the tuning
Okay.
or pitch correction. But yeah, I did. You know, get the drums and the bass and the.
Yeah, I can definitely
synths and all
tell.
that stuff. I got that going.
Born is the King. Born is the King. Beyond him far and to
The and. The first note. It should be lower. So.
Did you study how to sing?
No.
You're just naturally doing this talent.
God just gave it to me.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Straighten it up a bit.
Yeah, straighten up as much as you can. Just make it perfect. Showing my raw vocals is like being naked before they're doctored, but they're being doctored right now. So.
Well, it was funny because when you were doing the background vocals the other day for A Holy Night, like you guys were such in sync that I almost felt like there was like some effect.
Oh, really?
Some kind of vocal effect going on, but I'm like, that's just natural.
Yeah. It's so crazy. I can't wait to let you hear that joint.
Yeah, I want to hear that one, definitely.
So, obstacles I've had to overcome was financially. It was definitely difficult because, you know, I didn't want to just pay for anybody to come in there and do anything. I wanted to make sure I had the right people to be a part of this particular record. So I had to pay what I had to pay for that. Also, keeping my mind out of negativity was very difficult for this, because as an artist, you get stuck in this, oh my goodness, I'm putting all this work in here. Is anybody gonna listen when it does come out? Am I gonna get it out on time? You know, is it going to do anything when it comes out? You know, everybody can say, oh, well, just do it for you because you love it. But in reality, we're not always just doing it for us. If you say that you don't want to chart, or you don't want to win an award, or you don't want to be on TV or in movies, you're lying. Everybody wants that. So, you know, to be professional and do stuff the right way was my goal with this. Some of my best memories with this was my son being in the studio with us. He was in the console room where Brian was sitting and pressing record when we went and started. And he got a chance to see what mommy does. And it's, you know, he's a singer too. So I really was, you know, excited for him to be a part. And, you know, he's singing all the time and he don't know when to stop. So I'm just glad that he gets a chance to come to work with me and see what I do. So that was a highlight. With my first son, I was basically, this was before the pandemic, so I was singing all over the place with him, like jumping around on stage and stuff. But this particular time, I'm doing a lot of perfecting singing, I guess you could say. Like in the studio, you're trying to like make it perfect. So that was a little difficult for me. And this is my second kid, so things are a little different. Every pregnancy is different. This one is, I'm a little heavier, so I can't jump around and move around like I used to. And I'm a little older. Not really that much older, but you know, that plays a part in it too. But yeah, so that's all I could really say about, you know, pregnancy affecting the music, but it hasn't really affected me too much. Another highlight was, you know, my husband doing all the video. You know, he's great at what he does, and I just love having him a part of this and just believing in my vision and adding to my vision. I just love to make good music. I love to make music that people can really just put on repeat, you know? So hopefully with this record, I'm able to do that. My name is Kimiesha Jones, and this has been Sessions.
That's a wrap. All right, good job, baby.
Thank you.
Good job. All right, here, put it there. No, leave it alone. All right, there you go. All right, yep, that's it. All right. All right, there you go. All right, that's a wrap.
Cool.
Good work, brother.
Yes, sir.
My man.
Yeah, man.
Good work, good work.
I think this is probably my first interview.
Really?
Yeah, like official, you know.
Oh, man. Don't worry, we're going to change that up.
Catch.
That's hot.
It's in my hand, I'm sorry.
All right. Oh, man.
So don't look at the camera.
Nope.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh.
All right, oh, snap. Okay. Whoa.
But you be on it.
I'd
That's
never
good.
be ready. I'd never be ready. That's what I'm saying.
Those are the best moments because you just tapped in.
Yeah.
It's good.
You got to when you always got a camera in your face.
Okay.
Man. Okay. Listen, I'm in time out. Man. Shoot. I'll be good as long as I can see you. Yeah, I need a little peek. Here we go, yep. Yep. Yeah.